Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky, and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do is to show my customers how to use the financial projection template. For some of my business plans, I do allow clients to purchase the financial projection template. It's a slimmed down version, but still customers can purchase the template. And when you purchase this template, you're going to be able to make some projection changes, maybe change your price of your product, or maybe change your startup cost, and see how it's going to impact your financials for the next 12 months, 24 months, and even 5 years. And so now, when you purchase a template, it just includes the template. It'll have your information in there, and you can go ahead and to adjust it, but it does not include training. That's why I am including this video. It's going to help you kind of understand how the template's structured and how you can go ahead and make some changes to the template that's going to best suit your needs. So for this example here, what I've done is I've got a fictitious company here, and this fictitious company is a hotel with a restaurant and gift shop. So the financial projections, the way it always starts is that I'm going to have a group of different products or services that you're going to offer, and then I'm going to go ahead and put how many of these products or services you're going to sell in a day. So for example, for this particular setup, that we have a standard room, and we project that we're going to sell 75 rooms a day. The price is $125. And now the percentage, in order to change these costs, you can change it right here, and you can say instead of 10% cost, and the cost may be for cleaning the room or such, maybe it's going to be 15%. So we change it right there, and that'll immediately change your cost right here. Or you can just go ahead and change your cost right there. But if you do, it kind of it messes up the temp a little bit. So I suggest using your percent of sales here. But when you put that information in there, it's going to go ahead and automatically calculate your profits and your total revenues for each room. And it's also going to give you your total cost as well. And this right here is the profit per room. And then you can go ahead and you can make that projection for one, you can do it for one product, or you can do it for three products, or even six products. So for this example right here, I've got six products, and I've identified the number. So for restaurant, there's going to be 40 restaurant sales. Average price for the restaurant sales is $18, and the percent of sales is 30%, which is going to give us a cost of $5.40 per customer. Right here, you can change the number of operating hours. So for a hotel, they're operating 7 days a week, and if it's a retail store, then you can change it to 5, and it'll change all your financials to reflect a 5-day work week. So we're going to keep this at 7. Now for these projections right here, these gives you a kind of just a real ballpark estimate of the weekly sales, monthly sales, and annual sales. However, that is not going to be accurate and reflected in your income statement, which is shown 7.2 million here, but on this right here, it's only showing an annual of 6.09 million. And that's because these projections right here, they're not including the growth rates. So this just gives you a ballpark idea of what you're looking at based on this information, but that's not going to carry over to the income statement. So, all right, next is going to be the labor. For the labor, what we have right here is you're going to be able to change it. And again, this will have all your information. But this example right here, it's got salary at 100,000. We've got managers at 6, and their rate of pay is $40. And this right here, 172, is a monthly number of hours they're going to work. And then we've got employees, 30 hours, and their rate of pay as well. And again, these are just averages. And this right here will total it up, and it'll give you total labor. But in the income statement, I break it up into salary and labor. But for this setup right here, if you change these numbers on this information tab, then all of your numbers are going to roll over. Next is going to be your startup costs, and for the biggest and the most important one for the startup costs is going to be your loan. So the first two sections is always going to be equity investment, which is the money you're coming to the table with, and then loan, how much money you're going to borrow. When you put in this number for a loan right here, it's going to automatically populate this figure right here, which is going to be your loan information, and it'll plug in your loan information, and then you can change the interest rate, and you can change your term for 25 years or what have you, or 10 years or 15 years. Once you do that, it'll automatically calculate your payment, and it'll also go ahead and create an amortization schedule based on all of your loan information. and this will automatically populate into your balance sheet, and it'll automatically populate into your income statement under your interest expense. Next is going to be, and then the rest of the startup costs, you can add in the rest of your startup costs right here. You can change, and this will be the information that you give me. You can change your different startup costs, the line item, and you can also change the dollar amount. When you change this information, it's going to update into your balance sheet. Here's your fixed cost. So I'll have your fixed cost in here, and you'll be able to change your lease payment, your utilities, your office expenses, your insurance, your maintenance, advertising, whatever monthly expenses you're going to have, you can go ahead and adjust those, and it'll come over and change into your income statement. Rest of the information here is just your tax rate, your cost of capital. You won't be using that in this setup. So once you change your income, your daily income information here, or you change your startup cost here or your labor, all that information will roll into your pro forma income statement for the next 12 months. So this is on this tab right here is your profit and loss tab for 1 year, and it shows your revenues for 1 month, and it shows all your costs and your net income. And then a little bit further over, I summarize the information into quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, and then also annually. I also do this for the same thing for the next 12 months, from month 13 to 24. You'll find it on the profit and loss tab here too. Now, this right here is going to be your income statement. So when you change information for your revenues, your labor, and your startup cost, all that information will be changed in here, which is your pro forma 5-year projections, and it'll change your revenues, it'll change your cost of goods, all of your expenses, and so when you change them, we'll have the changes here. So let me show you an example of the changes. So for here, we got 7.2 million. Let's say we want to run a discount. Well, I'm sorry, 7.2 million, and we've got 1.59 for net income. Let's say we want to run a discount, and we want to sell this standard room at $100. So once we change this standard room to $100, we can see our revenues fall to 6.4 million with a net income of 1.02. So we're still making a profit, and we can offer those rooms for less. You can go ahead and you can continue to change this information. Instead of needing 30 employees, let's say we need 40 employees. So our total employee right now is 77,400. If we go to 40, it'll be 103. And then we can go to the income statement, and then we can go ahead and see how the labor changes. Now the labor is a little bit higher than the 103 because that's monthly, and we also have a growth rate in there. But that information is all going to roll into your pro forma income statement for the first 5 years. And also, when you make those changes, it'll also change into your balance sheet too, and you can kind of see how that's going to impact your cash reserves, your accounts payable, and so on and so forth. So hopefully that information is helpful, and you can see how having this template is beneficial once you start making the changes to your products and services. And if y'all have any questions or like to purchase this information, just give me a call. I'd be absolutely delighted to help. And have a great day. Thank you.